The National Housing Program has been lauded again as a means of employment and economic diversification by states who have some of the sites across the country. Jigawa State Governor Abubakar Badaru also described the program as a game changer.
About 500 Nigerians have been employed in Jigawa State through the 2016 National Housing Program under the present administration. These persons include professionals, laborers, artisans, food vendors, sachet water and soft drink sellers, as well as commercial motorcyclists who are making money out of the project. Others are being employed by some contractors as security men, while cart operators are not left behind. They are sometimes engaged to transport sharp sand and other goods to the site.
We have a committee already that is working to price the final costs. As I have said, this is a pilot phase of the National Housing Project. Pilot in the sense that we want to test whether people will accept what we have designed. So these designs are the product of the consultations we have made with people, the advice we have received from architects from different parts of the country. We want to test whether also people can afford it. So we have built them in different capacities. So we've gone to the 1-bedroom units, we've come to the 2-bedroom units, and we have ended up in the 3-bedroom units. Now what remains is to finish the infrastructure. All of the internal electrical fittings, as you can see, bulbs and all of that are in many of them. So what remains now is to do the infrastructure, the water supply, the power supply, the internal road network. When we finish that, that is when you will then know how much the entire building costs, how much it costs for a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom, and then we put it out. So by the time that committee finishes its work, we will certainly make public what our quantifications are in terms of cost and in terms of price.
The National Housing Project in Jigawa State has reached 80% completion. It involves 78 housing units comprising of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom semi-detached bungalows.
You know, of course, that the change that we must also have is the change that moves people away from buying houses as if they were going to buy fish in the market. You just pay for everything at once. That's not how it works in other societies. Your payment period is spread over some time, usually your working life. So that is really what then speaks to affordability. So affordability is not just how much it costs. How will I pay? So housing is not just building here, it's also providing access to funding through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. And they're providing mortgages because I see their reports every month. So workers who are contributing to the National Housing Fund have something to now look forward to, because we are going to create a line of supply of houses and we're going to create a line of access to credit. The taste of the pudding is in the eating. If you come inside, you will see that we have tried to improve the quality, because we build it for people who are lower in income. Doesn't mean that it has to be badly built. This is the quality of life. When President Buhari said in the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan that he will invest in the Nigerian people, this is part of what it means. That it will give you a quality of life that lifts you up. So because it's for low-income people, doesn't mean it has to be badly built. And you will see me every time I'm inspecting, I'm asking my team, we must change the standard.
The contractors are doing an excellent job because they are being closely supervised by the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing. This is because the federal government will not accept any job that is of poor quality or fails to meet the specifications for the Nigerian people.
The housing project, as you have heard, is going smoothly, and the minister just asked for more land, so they will do more. So I guarantee you will have all the land you want. And we thank you for the project and considering us among the states that you want to increase the level of the project. We thank you.
These houses are not only for civil servants, but for all Nigerians because everyone has the right to housing or shelter.
The traffic into this direction.